I'm Dave Shuffett. Welcome to Kentucky Life. In the heart of Mercer County, Burgin Independent Schools houses kindergarten through the 12th grade, all in the same complex. On opening night of the season, we visited with head basketball coach Don Irvin as his Burgin Bulldogs, with their dream of a winning season very much alive, hosted Portland Christian from Louisville.
When you talk about Don Irvin, you're talking about a coach that's been in it for quite a few years and has spent his career working in small schools and working with students in this kind of small school environment. First of all, Coach Don Irvin's an outstanding person. He's the type of person that you want your son or daughter to play for. At one time, he was the boys and girls coach for a couple of year period, and also athletic director, as well as teaching 5 classes. So he wears a lot of hats around here.
My style as a basketball coach is I'm just me.
He's the perfect fit for what we want at Burgin because he's the perfect complement to the type of students we have.
I'm just a good old country boy that gets to coach basketball, that thinks he knows a little bit about it, and thinks he can put people in the right place to be successful.
Our kids really perform at a high level because Coach Don Irvin pushes them to that high level. He doesn't cause them to have limits, and he reminds them that they don't have limits. And he's spent a career working with kids in small school environments, and is the type of person that motivates your child, but he also takes care of your child. And that's the kind of person that you want. I don't know of a parent that wouldn't want their son to play for Don Irvin.
Coach Irvin is an outstanding coach because he knows what he's doing. He has been there. He's done all of this. He played his years of high school basketball, and he's experienced. He's coached other teams. He knows what's going on. He knows a whole lot of plays that really work, and we can expect a lot of good things to come out of the plays he gives us.
Just watching these guys grow and develop, and every win's a nice win. Every win is a good win for us. I'd rather be a high school basketball coach in Kentucky than do anything else.
Number one thing we need to keep doing is being offensive-minded, which we've done a good job of for the first half. Yeah, don't reach. Slide your feet a little bit. You know he's either going to drive or shoot. This guy right here is all going to happen, but you've got 2 other people to help you. You don't have to stop him all by yourself out of our 1-3-1. All we want to make sure he doesn't do is kick it to that offside block. That guy has got to drop on that side. If he kicks it to somebody else out here, we're still fine.
We try to play the best we can. We try to do everything we can and worry about ourselves. We don't worry about our opponents as much as we worry about how we play, especially early in the year. So whether we're playing Portland Christian tonight or Mercer County or somebody big, it doesn't matter. It's how we perform on opening night.
Let's go to work. Let's go to war this time. You've got one out here in front of you. Work for it. You've got one if you want it. Dogs on 3. 1, 2, 3, toss. Go, boys. It's up and done.
He's got our back. Like, he's behind us. He cares about us individually and as a team, and we all like to win. But he encourages us to have fun with the game and not win just to win. He encourages us to play hard and to play fun.
What we really like about the atmosphere here and the opportunities here is that every kid has the opportunity to succeed because we know every single kid.
But as far as intensity and how hard they'll work, I've got the nicest bunch of young men, and they'll work as hard as anybody in the state will.
I've been at Burgin since kindergarten. I used to come to games. I look up to those guys, you know, and now I'm one of those guys that those kids look up to. And I like to help them out the best I can and teach them some stuff like people taught me.
I think the main thing about a small school like Burgin is the opportunity to participate. And we tell people all the time, we have students that can participate in our athletic programs that probably couldn't do that in a larger school setting. And we're all about participation here in intra and extracurricular activities.
I think having a good coach and a great team with great athleticism gives us really high hopes for the season this year. And knowing that we can do a whole lot of stuff with the athleticism we have just gives me great confidence for the season.
A player you'll be talking to will be Alex Beckerson.
When I put on my uniform for the game, I'm focused on the game and what's going on and what coach has taught us, but I also think about how we need to win this game. We need to play fun. We need to have a good time playing this game, because Burgin Basketball has been about not only winning and having good seasons, but to have fun with your buddies and teammates. And I think of that as more tradition than anything else.
I'm a junior. I've developed my jump shooting. I've gotten pretty good at shooting three. I like to get to the basket a lot. Last year, as a sophomore, I led the team in free throw percentage. So I like to get to the basket, get to the free throw line, and I like to handle the ball some.
We're going to have a lot of kids playing tonight that just like to play. They enjoy competing. They enjoy their friends. They enjoy just the atmosphere of getting to compete in front of their families and the community. You'll see them play as hard as they can play.
We have the concession stand open, and we have the best popcorn in the area.
Well, we have state-of-the-art popcorn, and it is extremely. It's just, I don't think I've ever had any better popcorn anywhere.
I'm not sure that there was much that it was that special. It was just popcorn to me. I've never heard anyone call it special before.
We do have some pretty good popcorn. I don't know if it's that good, but I like it.
I have worked in the concession stand. I have had the popcorn multiple times, and it just seems like regular popcorn to me.
I do have my ceremonial Pepsi Cola as the ball game goes on. I have a young man who brings me a Pepsi. It's almost like a pregame ritual, but that's my vice during the basketball game. I don't get the popcorn like the superintendent and all the other fans get to have.
I think playing in a smaller school like Burgin gives me not only an opportunity to know everybody on the team, like personally, from past experiences, but also gives us more of a underdog kind of feel. And when we beat a big school, we just feel like it's an upset to some of them.
In order to understand what a small school is all about, you can't just look at it from the outside. You have to be in and feel it, because it's more of an emotion and more of a feeling than it is something you'd put on paper.
You've got a dream out there that you can accomplish. This team may be undefeated and you may not have won a game, but somebody came up with this idea that if you have the dream to do something and you work and you have belief, why you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to make that happen.
That's a good one. Got us off the snide. There's a lot of teams. Half the teams in Kentucky are 0-1. Half the teams are 0-1. There's only half the teams are undefeated, and we're in that half right now. So that makes that a real good win. I've never had a bad one. Review 1-0 sounds good. Let's keep that 0 out there as long as we can. Practice tomorrow. I think we're the second one. It won't be too hard. Wouldn't have been hard at all if you got to hit the third free throw. Here we go. Bring it here. Let's go.
Good job, White.
Tell somebody did a good job tonight. Dogs on 3.
1, 2, 3, dogs.